So, Cicely,
Hi.
hey, how did you first learn about tiny houses?
I was surfing YouTube, like any normal teenager does, and came across Deke Dietrichson, and I researched him and I found his website, and then on Relax Shacks I saw tiny houses, and I thought they were really cool, and so I started researching more and kind of getting more information on them.
As a young builder, why is it important for younger people to consider living tiny and build their own home?
Everybody my age knows that when you get out of college or when you get out of high school, there's gonna be so much competition for jobs and to get a good job and stuff like that, and you're not gonna be able to afford the same house that your parents have. So, and if you have that expectation, you're gonna be really let down. So if you have a house at my age, or if you are going to have a house, a tiny house is a really good option because it's a jumping off point and it's always something that you can fall back on. So, like, no matter where my life is taking me, I will always have my tiny house. It's always going to be there.
What was the hardest part of the build?
Probably learning all the measurements for just like figuring out what I had to do and how I had to measure things. Our house is totally not square or flush or whatever. So having to figure out how to work around that was probably the hardest thing, because it's hard to measure something when it's not square.
What is the one thing you most look forward to once you move into your house?
I think actually waking up and like getting up and making a cup of coffee and being like, I'm making a cup of coffee in the house that I built. Like, I put these floors down, I put this countertop on, like, I did all this and I am living in here. Just kind of like the surreal moment when I realized, like, I built all this.
How did you learn to build a tiny house? And do you think it's something that's easy that everyone else can do?
I think it's difficult. So you have to either be able to keep yourself motivated or have somebody that's going to keep yourself motivated. Because without that, you can easily just say, all right, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. But I think you're definitely going to you're going to need to make friends with the people at Home Depot, because they helped us a lot. And also we had some friends who had some building background. So I think it will be difficult if you have no experience at all. You're definitely going to need to find somebody that might, or just do a lot of research and do a lot of small projects. But I think if you have that determination, you can get it done.
That's all of your questions.
Oh.
But I always ask to make sure if there's anything that maybe you've never been able to say on camera in an interview, or something you always say that you want to say, or anything else that's just pulling on you, maybe about the conference or anything, feel free to go at it.
Okay. Don't let jerks, maybe I could use another word, but I'm not going to, discourage you from doing it. Especially as a girl and as like a young girl, I had a lot of people, when I told them I'm building a house, oh, you mean a doll house? Or, oh, that's cute. No, it's not cute. It is a real thing. So if you have to make sure that you know who you are and have confidence in yourself, because if you don't, then you're gonna let them get to you.